Hi everyone, my name is Wayne. Today I want to talk about manifestation. Not the oversimplified version you often hear about, but how it really works. A few years ago I saw an ad promising the real secret to manifestation. I invested in the program, eager to discover this hidden knowledge. Their big revelation? Action. That's it. Just take action. Now they weren't entirely wrong. Tony Robbins has emphasized for decades that massive action creates change. But this explanation still felt incomplete to me. After years of studying manifestation across different traditions, I've come to understand that there isn't a spiritual way and a practical way to achieve your desires. There's just one integrated process, and today I'm going to share what I've discovered. Let's start with a fundamental truth. Everything in your life is manifested by you. Everything serves a purpose, even the challenges. If you make a mistake and face consequences, that's not punishment. It's how you learn and evolve. Similarly, positive actions bring positive results. Some traditions call this karma, while in biblical terms it's you reap what you sow. This isn't just spiritual theory, it's a practical principle of balance. Consider income as a simple example. Your financial abundance reflects your contribution of value. If you want more money, the essential question becomes, what do I have to offer that serves others? Massive results require massive contribution to the greater good. Let me share a personal example. You know, when I first started coaching, I really struggled financially because honestly, I was focused primarily on what I could get. Everything shifted for me when I redirected my attention to how I could genuinely serve my clients' deepest needs. Not only did my income increase, but my fulfillment just skyrocketed because I was aligned with this universal principle. This brings us to the second element, revelation. When you sincerely commit to contribution, guidance appears. You can call it intuition, divine inspiration, or clarity. The path forward just kind of reveals itself. But you know, a lot of people miss this because they're too busy forcing their own agenda. From here, we move into the mental realm, what Napoleon Hill called think and grow rich. Everything that has ever existed began as an idea. Through revelation, it enters your mind. But you know, mere thinking isn't enough. So, the mental realm affects the emotional realm, which then impacts the physical world. This is where vibration becomes, really crucial. If your dominant emotional state is anger, jealousy, or resentment, you're negatively affecting everything around you. On the other hand, emotions like gratitude, joy, and compassion create a positive influence on your environment. I actually experienced this firsthand during a particularly challenging period in my life. Even though I had clear goals and was taking consistent action, nothing seemed to work. It wasn't until I addressed my underlying emotional state, persistent frustration and worry, that things began to shift. When I consciously cultivated gratitude and trust, opportunities showed up that I had been blind to before. This vibrational aspect explains why two people can take identical actions but achieve completely different results. Their emotional frequency either attracts or repels manifestation. Now, a common misconception is that we need to be artificially happy all the time. This forced positivity is actually counterproductive. Our emotions are designed to reflect our reality and guide us. Sadness can be appropriate and healing in certain situations, as long as hope remains. When hope is lost, we fall from light into darkness, and what should be a temporary emotional state becomes a permanent destination. Okay, so the complete manifestation process works like this. First, you receive insight or inspiration, which is really like a revelation. Then you develop clear intention, bringing in mental clarity. Next, you align emotionally, which means raising your vibration. And finally, you take consistent action. That's the physical manifestation part. Each step is honestly essential. If you skip any one, the manifestation process just becomes incomplete. We're living in truly remarkable times, an age where people are no longer satisfied with just physical, emotional, and mental pursuits. This is the age of spiritual awakening, where we're rediscovering these ancient principles of manifestation and actually applying them in practical ways. The beauty of this integrated approach is that it works no matter your background or beliefs. I've seen it transform lives across all walks of life. From business executives to artists, from spiritual seekers to practical skeptics. If you've resonated with what I've shared today and want to dive even deeper into these principles, I invite you to join my spiritual growth community. In this space, I share the spiritual knowledge I've gathered over decades of study and practice. Together, we explore how to apply these timeless truths to create genuine transformation. The link to join us is in the description below. This is truly a time of awakening, and I believe it's time for your deepest spiritual questions to be answered. Thank you for listening, and I look forward to continuing this journey with you. Until next time, go in peace.